I knew I picked you from the bunch, but I never really knew. Now it's much too late for me to take a second look. That's outrageous. If you don't drink tea, why? So here we are again then. We've only gone and made a second video. That's crazy, isn't it? It's really, really crazy. Today, we are going to be talking about the hard truth when switching into a tech job. I mean, even if you're not switching, even if it's someone that's just learning in general to move into a tech job, we're just going to be talking about some of the hard things, especially some of the things I found difficult. And you guys might be able to relate to that too. So let's get down to it, shall we? The first thing that I will say that really, really stumped me at the beginning, and I mean really stumped me at the beginning, is probably the lack of direction. I mean, I came into sort of learning tech without really knowing which way I wanted to go. And that's really quite dangerous because there is so many avenues that you can choose from. It is absolutely ridiculous. And even now, I get this feeling in my head where I'm going, am I doing the right thing? Am I picking the right path? Should I be going down that route? Should I be doing this route? And the thing is, there is no right answer. It just comes down to personal preference and what you want to achieve. So for me, when I first started learning, it was kind of like, what language do I need to know? What programming language do I need to pick? Is there a better one? Should I be doing Java? Should I be doing Python? Which language should I go for? So, I mean, that was the first issue I had. And it took me a while to decide. I looked around on multiple websites. I watched YouTube videos. I did quite a lot of research. I chose Python. At the time, it was, and it is still, a massive programming language. So many people are adopting it. It's really, really great. Great for data analysts and the data route. Great for machine learning. I started learning Fast API with Python, thanks to Eric Roby. If anyone has heard of Eric Roby on LinkedIn and YouTube, I mean, his YouTube videos are fantastic. And he's a really nice guy as well. I message him on LinkedIn. He always replies. And he always gives advice as well. If you ever need advice, he is a really, really nice guy. So that was my first issue, is what language are we going to use? I mean, it's so difficult. And then on top of that, it's like, okay, well, I've chose this language, but where do I want to take it? What do I want to do? Do I want to do back-end development? Do I want to do front-end? Do I want to do websites? There is so many different avenues. And it really stumped me in the beginning. Because again, like I say, there is no right decision. There's no wrong choice. You just have to decide for you what you personally want to achieve. Now, I'm going to be seriously honest with you guys. I still, now, even with the learning that you guys are seeing me do, I still question if I'm going the right route. And for me, it's more because I don't want to waste time following a route or a direction when I could be doing something else that is better for me. So that really gets to me quite a lot, actually, more often than I care to admit. And I know that resonates with a lot of you because, it is universal, especially when we're trying to learn all the necessary skills to land our first job. It is very, very difficult. So just all I can say is just keep pushing. Keep doing what you're doing and learning what you're learning, because it will pay off. It will. I'm confident it will. So if I am, you guys got to be. The next thing that this leads on to, and every single person on LinkedIn or off of LinkedIn pursuing a career in tech deals with this more often than they probably care to admit. And that's imposter syndrome. I mean, we all know about it. We've all spoke about it so many times. But it's absolutely crazy how it sits up in your mind and it could disappear for a little while and then all of a sudden it's I'm here. And it hits hard. I seriously get imposter syndrome big time. And when I'm talking normally as well, when I'm talking to somebody that's been in the industry for a little while, if I'm talking to them about a certain topic, a programming language or a function or how to do this, how to do that, I get imposter syndrome massively because I'm like, am I really qualified enough to talk to a person that's been in the industry for so long? And the answer is no. Of course, I'm still learning, but I question all the time whether I should still be doing this. And if you guys do as well, that is absolutely normal. It's not to say that you're doing something wrong and you're in the wrong lane and you need to go and do another career or find a different path. That's absolutely rubbish. It's genuinely something we all deal with. Those people that you look up to on LinkedIn, those senior developers, the guys that are sharing courses and sharing their knowledge still get imposter syndrome. I don't care if they never admit it, but they 100% do. And it's okay to. We all get it. And let me just tell you something, it's not going anywhere. Even when you land that first role, it's probably going to come on even more at that point because it's like, oh my God, we've done it. We've only been fighting this for so long to try and get our first role. Should I be here? Am I qualified enough? This is all normal, guys. Like seriously normal. So please don't think you're doing anything wrong. I deal with it on a daily basis, even posting on LinkedIn, just genuine posts that I put up. I struggle with. I still get this today. So it's absolutely fine. Now, the next thing we need to talk about is the fact that no matter how hard you try, the journey that you're on right now will be seriously messy. You can plan that journey as much as you want, and I can guarantee you that one part of that, normally the middle, is all over the place. It is just part of the journey. And if you don't have a messy middle, firstly, I want to know how. Because I actually think I'm on the second bit of a messy middle, to be honest. It's normal. Again, it's normal. You need the messy middle. It's normally where most of the learning happens. And it's like a transition from you've started, you've picked a language, you've learnt the fundamentals of that language. You've applied yourself in tutorials or follow along projects. The next step after that is applying what you've learned to a personal project or open source. It doesn't matter which one. They're both as good as each other. You learn different things at both. Open source, you learn to work with people and collaborate, something I haven't done yet and I really do need to look into. And in a personal project, you've got the freedom to do what you want to do in that personal project, but that middle section will be messy. That personal project will not go to plan straight away. It will be awful. And you probably will get to a point where you go, you'll probably detach from that personal project and you won't finish it. There may even be time that you step away from that personal project for a couple of months because you've got to a point where you're stuck. Errors keep coming up. It won't run. And you're just looking at the screen and you're thinking, why is this happening? Normal. Absolutely normal. All I can say to you is keep on breaking things, right? Keep on applying the code, applying the knowledge that you've got, and keep breaking stuff. Because let me tell you, that is where the serious learning begins. So the messy middle, guys, normal. Absolutely normal. Lastly, now this is a huge problem for a lot of you out there. And I can fully understand why, because it is one of those things that if you do not get right, will hold you back for ages. And that is consistency. It is seriously, seriously important to show up consistently. Now, I'm not saying show up every day and put in a huge shift. I'm not saying, oh, come on, let's do 4 or 5 hours a day. No, that's not what I'm saying. But you have to show up every day if you can. It's normally better to do it every day. And some days can be 20 minutes. It does not matter how long. You just have to keep showing up. And when you do it long enough, it becomes a habit and you don't have to force it anymore. It will just click. Now, this is coming from someone that has struggled with consistency themselves. It's a story for another day, but I have moved so many times in my life and my childhood was all over the place. And we didn't stay in a place long enough for me to get my teeth sunk into something. It has taken me quite a while to realize that I've got to change my ways and I have to be consistent. And the way I do this, the way I stay consistent is, one, in my head, I hate, and this sounds really odd, I hate seeing people going for it, doing really well, and their projects are really coming together. And I don't mean hate in that term, but I'm going, well, hang on. Oh my God, they're still going. They're doing a great job. And I'm sat here and I'm not being consistent. In my head, I can't have that. I've got to be part of that journey. I've got to be following you guys, okay? And I'm really, really seriously impressed by so many of you on the app that are being consistent. I go on LinkedIn all the time, obviously. I'm on there daily, and I see so many of you being consistent, and it's phenomenal, and I love it. Keep going. So that's the first thing. So my mindset has shifted, so I have to stay consistent. It's almost like FOMO, the fear of missing out. That is exactly what keeps me consistent at the moment. FOMO. 100%. I'm not going to lie about that. Secondly, get a notepad. Do some notes on the computer. And you're going to set yourself some goals. Even if it's setting some goals for a day, a week, a month, you just set those goals. Because that does help. That's probably the first thing to try, I would say, to stay consistent. Set some goals. Write some stuff down and you follow through that list as best as you can. And like I say, the more you do it and the more you stick with it, it becomes a habit and you don't have to force it anymore. Like it will happen. All of this stuff that we spoke about today is kind of only brushing the surface of how hard it is to change your mindset, to change the way you think, to change the way you act. And let me tell you, if you really, really want to achieve something and you have a goal that you want to reach, then you will change. Because if you don't change, let me tell you, it's not going to happen. There are so many people out there putting in a shift. And I'm not saying run yourself into the ground. Okay, I'm not. I'm just saying, if you really want it, if you want to achieve and you want to get to the point in your mind that you keep thinking about, that place you keep thinking about, you will make it happen. So all I can say to you guys is keep showing up.